They warned her of the dangers of arrogance, of the loneliness that comes from turning away those who seek only to love and cherish her. In a village nestled amid the sprawling African savanna, where the whispers of the wind danced through the tall grasses and the golden sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, there lived a maiden named Derin. She was blessed with beauty that rivaled the sunrise. Her skin kissed by the warmth of the African sun, and her eyes sparkling like the stars that dotted the night sky. Yet, despite her outward allure, Derin was known far and wide for her arrogance, a trait that cast a shadow over her radiance and left her heart untouched by the affections of others. From a young age, Derin had been told of her beauty, praised by family and friends, and admired by suitors who came from distant villages to court her. But with each passing year, her pride grew like the mighty baobab tree, its roots sinking deep into the earth, anchoring her to a wall of vanity and self-importance. As the seasons changed and Derin blossomed into womanhood, her arrogance became a barrier that shielded her heart from the love and companionship she so desperately craved. Suitors would come and go, drawn by her beauty like moths to a flame, only to be scorched by the fire of her disdain. Elders of the village shook their heads in disappointment, for they knew that such pride would bring Derin nothing but sorrow. They warned her of the dangers of arrogance, of the loneliness that comes from turning away those who seek only to love and cherish her. But Derin, blinded by her own vanity, paid no heed to their words, convinced of her own superiority. Then one fateful day, a stranger arrived in the village, his face withered by time and his eyes gleaming with a wisdom born of countless journeys. He was a traveler, a seeker of truth and enlightenment, whose tales of distant lands and ancient customs drew the villagers like moths to a flame. Intrigued by the stranger's stories, the villagers gathered around him, their faces aglow with wonder as he spoke of far-off lands and exotic adventures. But Derin, true to her nature, regarded the traveler with a mixture of skepticism and disdain, dismissing his tales as nothing more than the ramblings of a wandering mind. Undeterred by Derin's arrogance, the traveler fixed his gaze upon her, his eyes penetrating the depths of her soul with a clarity that sent shivers down her spine. "Young maiden," he said, his voice resonating with a wisdom that seemed to transcend time itself. "Beneath your pride lies a heart longing for connection, a spirit yearning for growth. But until you learn to humble yourself before others, you shall remain trapped in the prison of your own making." With those words, the traveler departed as swiftly as he had arrived, leaving Derin to ponder the meaning of his cryptic message. For the first time in her life, she felt a stirring within her soul, a seed of doubt planted amidst the fertile soil of her vanity. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Yet still, Derin could not shake the memory of the traveler's words. Slowly but surely, she began to venture beyond the confines of her arrogance, seeking to understand the world around her with newfound humility. She spent her days in the company of the village elders, listening to their tales of wisdom and experience with a reverence that she had never known before. She offered her assistance to those in need, performing acts of kindness and generosity that filled her heart with a warmth she had never felt. And as she walked through the village, she saw the world with fresh eyes, no longer blinded by the glare of her own vanity, but illuminated by the beauty and wonder that surrounded her. Yet, for all her efforts, Derin remained alone, her heart still yearning for the love and companionship that had eluded her for so long. She watched with envy as her friends and neighbors found happiness in the arms of their beloveds, wondering if she would ever experience the same. But just when she had begun to lose hope, love came knocking at her door in the most unexpected of forms. For among the villagers stood a young man, his eyes filled with kindness and compassion, his heart captivated by the transformation he had witnessed in Derin's soul. He approached her, not with flattery or grand gestures, but with a sincerity that touched her to the core, offering her his hand and his heart without reservation or hesitation. And as they stood beneath the vast expanse of the African sky, surrounded by the gentle rustle of the wind and the soft murmur of the savannah, Derin knew that she had found not only a love to cherish, but also a newfound purpose: to inspire others to embrace humility and kindness, for therein lies the true beauty of the heart. From that day forth, Derin still became a legend passed down through the generations, a testament to the transformative power of humility and love. She shared her wisdom with all who would listen, guiding others on the path of self-discovery and inner peace. And though her journey had begun with arrogance and pride, it ended with humility and grace, proving that even the most hardened hearts can be softened by the gentle touch of compassion and understanding. For in the end, it is not the outward adornments that define us, but the goodness that resides within our souls.